postseason. Kate Scott, Brock Hewitt with you up in the booth. Kicker Cam Little down on the field, looks ready to get things started. And we're off on a cold afternoon from Lambeau. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So the Panthers offense getting set for their... shot. They'll be led out by the Utah State product and former first-rounder back in 2020, Jordan Love.
While we all love to talk about the quarterback, he really wasn't at the forefront of the win last week, Kate. He took a step back and let some of his teammates shine. Yeah, he made a good mark with a touchdown pass, a bad mark with an interception. Welcome to life in the NFL as a quarterback. You know he wants to make a little more noise, elevate everybody else a little better than he did a week ago.
That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Love from the gun. He is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. Offense is set. 1st and 10.
26 yards. That's good. For a Packers.
Back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
He's hanging on to this one on the 2nd down option. This is going to take him into the red zone. He's down to the 16-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
And the Packers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with. And now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4. So a gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Love now, off the play action. This one's caught. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
1st down. 1st and goal on the 4-yard line.
Using the legs here. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats.
3rd and goal.
Handoff now, running right. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Call it a gain of 2 that time, and it leaves him only a yard away on 4th and goal.
Well, these are the moments that I just live for up in the booth, man. What are you going to do as a play caller? You're going to go for it now? You're going to try to slam it in? Well, if so, you better get a whole lot more movement than he did right there.
On the ground again on 4th and goal. And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The Packers finish up an excellent opening series. Well, they took a gamble, and it paid off with a touchdown on 4th and goal.
And to do it on the ground at that, that's a confidence builder. Confidence builder for the big guys up front. Confidence builder for the running back to win at the line of scrimmage. And frankly, Kate, a confidence builder for this fan base that loves coaches being aggressive and going for it on 4th down.
That one right down the middle. And the Packers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Has this at the 6. Dodge the tackle. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So now out comes the Panther offense for its initial drive of the game. And they'll be let out by someone that we'll get a look at here, this second-year passer.
And you could feel it, Kate. He wasn't content at any point of last week's game. As he led them to a win, he kept pushing higher and higher. 300 yards, 350, 400. And he was still thriving, driving the ball downfield as the game ended with a good bit over 400 yards. With this mindset, that's the minimum bar for him to attack this week.
And he'll get it up to the 44. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's good for a Panthers first. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Pass play on 1st and 10. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. First down, play action. Finds him over the middle. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
Looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Hits him on the out route. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. To the line and set. Here we go. First down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Carolina.
From the gun, they're going to hand it off. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. Coming to the line for their 9th play of the drive. This is 3rd and 3. Up in the air here. Four-step. Oh, he was on the move, but so is the defense, and they take him down. And they come up big on 3rd down there with the sack.
Oftentimes, these early exchanges are just a feeling-out process for rushers and blockers. They can also set the tone for the battles the rest of the game, and that defender, you know, with an early win, he's feeling really good about himself.
Little knocks it through, and it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
They were able to answer a score with a score, maybe not to tie the game, but to certainly turn some of the momentum.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Packers taking the field now. Their 2nd series of the game coming up. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, I expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back-and-forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
Number 89. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd.
Takes the handoff now low.
The 30-yard line.
Trying to lay this one in deep down the right side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So it'll be 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. Right up the gut. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
And not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Up 2nd and 7.
Shotgun now for Love. Short pass brought in. And he's not going to get the first. He made it real close, though. Didn't he, Brock? It's a gain of 5. 3rd down coming up.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Dumps it off to his running back. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Play action. Love. Big catch made, and he got both feet. We've got a pause here. The Panthers want to take another look at that previous play.
Previous play is under review.
So what we're all looking for here, did he secure the catch and maintain it while also getting both feet down?
Yeah, this is why it's a perfect look. This is why teams scout body control and field awareness for these pass catchers. For moments like this, he did not have much margin for error, and it happens oh so fast.
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a 3rd one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers get 6 more on their early advantage. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there are so many ways they know how to use him down there.
And things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route, just like a receiver. Defenses.
That one splits the uprights. And the Packers drive their lead to 11. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Starting from the 5. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Panthers and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And he's been one of the best at leading an offense this season. As you can see, he's at 2nd in the NFL right now in touchdown passes. Go play action on 1st down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10, and they'll stick to the air. Finds him on the slant. And they've got to him just a step or 2 before he can reach the 40. As he's playing, gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Throwing off the play fake. He's running with it. Free inside the 30. They get 18 yards out of it, and a new set of downs.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Working now from the gun. Finds his fullback. And he gets this forward to the 19.
Complete to Darnell Washington. It's a gain of 4.
3rd and long. He's going to throw.
And 6.
He's going to run for it. And he scores. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers lower the deficit to a single possession.
Hey, Kate, that play, I don't think it started out as a touchdown run. I think he was thinking 1st down, but all of a sudden, a little bit of space opened up, those afterburners kicked in, and he made himself and his team a phenomenal play.
Cam Little to try the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Panthers cut the lead down to 4.
Panthers 10.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. That's going to be taken in at the 8. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. It's an option right that begins this drive. It is charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards. 4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. To the air on 3rd and long. He's making a bid for it. And they're going to love that, partner, as Love slides down after picking up the first. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. The Packers on top early. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. Time for our 2nd quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Now a give on the counter. That played good for, looks like about 6. 2nd down and coming.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly when he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Find me an offense that won't take that type of result every snap. Good execution, quality game, and then move the sticks.
Thrown on 1st down, Love. Has it downfield, working the left. He hangs on nicely through that hit. Nothing added to the catch, but they're down to the 28. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down. Play fake, it's Love. He's got it at the 6. That's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers now lead by 10. So Rob, this offense looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
And when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
They'll try this extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Packers drive their lead to 11. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Return coming from the 6. He's brought down just inside the 25. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And as he approaches the 100-catch mark for the season, you can see that his pace has been among the best in the NFL so far. Panthers look just about ready. 1st and 10. The tight end in motion now. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Rolling from the gun here. Throwing the out route complete. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45.
It's a gain of 20. And the Panthers 1st down.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Packers side of the field.
10 yards on the pickup.
Back-to-back carries here. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up
QB sneak coming. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down.
It's weird to say, and it certainly won't show up on the stat sheet, but I'm going to give a lot of credit to that runner. Even though it didn't gain a yard, it actually took a heck of an effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And they were giving him no chance to return this one. It soars over the sideline deep in enemy territory. Looks like right around the 8. Now here comes the Green Bay offense. And coming off their second red zone touchdown of this game, Brock. Make it 2 of 3 so far now. They will take that percentage every week if they can.
Yeah, championship-level teams, Kate, are usually 75%. I know that's a C+ in school, not very good, but that's championship football.
Yeah.
2 of 3, they're starting to near that mark.
And he's taken down here at the 16-yard line.
36. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 16-yard line.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Jump off caught by his back. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Cut down the field, Golden. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Give him 32 on that play. And it'll give the Panthers the first.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Once more, it's Love. Setting up the screen. And he's tackled for no gain.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
And this angles out and hits the sideline. That's a good punt there. They're pitting at their own 8. The Carolina offense headed out now. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Here's a throw. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. So they're left facing 3rd and long. 3rd and long for him here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
That one really stings, Gabe, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
His work begins at the 31. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. The Packers and Jordan Love set to take over again. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. Drive starts with an option, right side. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Well, I don't expect that loss to keep them from utilizing the option at all moving forward, Brock, but I do expect it to keep them from leaning on it too heavily.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there. It's too valuable a piece of their game plan. You want to make that defense defend it, but they did it a whole lot better that time. So far, this script, well, it's dictated some early looks for this running back, and now you're seeing the adjustment defensively. Not so easy on those checkdowns. Nowhere for that ball to go.
Throwing his Here's Love on third. Caught by his back. Shoves him off. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Love using the legs here. That one stopped right at the line for no gain. This is going to be 2nd down.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
He's going to be stopped, but not before dealing some damage. He's down to the 12. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Double coverage, a deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go...
Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers make it a 3-possession game. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner, and it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they paid the price over and over and over again.
That one right down the middle. And the Packers push their lead to 18. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Here's a return from the 7. Escapes the defender. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Carolina about set to go once again offensively. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. They'll run here on 1st down. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Edgerrin Cooper there to make the stop. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Setting up to throw. Fits it through the middle. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45.
A gain of 15.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Looking right, and he finds him. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out. Offense to the line, 2nd down. Back to throw now. Stepping up, and he's going to run. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. That played good enough for a first. Clock is ticked down. We've reached our 2-minute warning. More football from the frozen tundra of Lambeau coming up. 1st down from the 42. Looking to throw here. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down after a short gain.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Has him on a quick hitter. And they make this stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line. From the gun on 3rd down. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. It's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and incomplete.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that lowers the deficit to 15.
Hey, facing a deficit that's going to follow you into halftime in that locker room, they will welcome those 3 points and a little bit of feel-good momentum.
Fields this one at the 3. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Green Bay offense about to get started once more. And we're down inside a minute to play here in the 2nd quarter, but that is enough time to get a drive together. Starting out with an empty backfield, Brock. Here they come, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Love. Short pass brought in. And this one's only going to pick up a couple before he heads out of bounds. Love out of the shotgun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Okay, we've seen this running back pretty busy here early on in the passing game, and not just with checkdowns. You can tell this was going to be part of the game plan, and I don't think one incompletion here to him is going to deter that effort.
Air it out on third. Brought in by Golden over the middle. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's a money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
It's money in route. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's it second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Stick it in the air. Love. And that's incomplete. With 7 seconds left. Time for one, maybe two more snaps.
Brings up third down.
3rd and 2. Love to throw. Got his man. It's Golden. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. This is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. On first down, they'll run. And he has a decent gain on what's going to be the final play of the half. So entering the locker rooms, got ourselves a 2-score game. It's time to hear from Scott. Going to have to make those halftime adjustments on the fly. We're skipping right through to the starts of the third quarter. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Has this at the 6. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Panthers ready for their next series. Led out on offense by their quarterback. And he's kept up the pace all season long. To the point, look, he's in the top 5 across the NFL in passing. Finds him quickly on the RPO. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down. They'll run now on second down. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we can keep it a closer eye on plays like that.
And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
First down, Carolina.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First down, play action. All the left side. He is forced out of bounds after picking up about 7. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
Out of bounds at the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 8.
Is a dive up the middle. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
A gain of 4 yards.
They go play action on first down.
First down.
Going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now it's second down. Back to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. To the air on 3rd and long. Making the call himself. He loses the football. And they say Panthers football.
especially in the pocket. But you get loose, you make a nice little run, you get in the open field, you gotta have the fundamentals to tuck that ball away. QB does it, defender knocks it out. Huge turn of events.
First down now, ball at the 33. Plowing up the middle. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8. Second down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Into traffic, complete. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Blown back, it's the handoff. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. First down run, nabs him 5. Now second and 5. Takes the handoff, now Love. Catch made over the middle. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up third.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Pick up a 5 on that play. And it'll give the Panthers the first. All set to go now from the 35.
The 35-yard line.
Now Love on the play fake. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
To the ground and
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
At the 35-yard line.
Throwing again. Love. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to be stopped about a half second before he can pick up the first. Ball down to the 26.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. Is he crossing route going that quickly? Tells me these two are on the same page.
And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Handoff now out of the gun. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
Finds him over the middle. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. 3rd and just 2 to go.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Here he is on 3rd and short. And he drops it in the end zone. The look was there on 3rd down. Instead, it's incomplete. So they take their shot for the end zone, Brock, rather than focusing on that first down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took their shot. They just couldn't finish it. I know it's not a touchdown, but that's exactly what you want to do after a takeaway. Make them pay, in this case with 3.
The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Return starts at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Panthers get going again once more on offense. And their defense held up after that fumble. Only gave up 3, so time for this offense to make it up to them. Get some points of their own. First call here coming from the shotgun. They'll throw to start the drive. Finds a seam down the middle. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. How about 29 yards on first down? And that'll set him up with a fresh set of downs.
A gain of 29 yards. First down, Panthers.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
He's got a man left. And he's going to be hit, sent out after about a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards there.
Out of bounds at the 42-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up
Now pressure coming. He'll dump this one off to his running back. Complete. That pickup. And that's going to bring up a Carolina first down.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Carolina.
They are throwing it again. Has him on the quick hitter. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
And bring the tight end left.
At the Packers, 23.
Working now from the gun. Connecting on the slant. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them first and goal.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
First and goal, they go option. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to second.
Throwing off the play fake.
At the 9-yard line.
Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. Because this has been too good a drive to not pay it off in the end zone.
Yeah, Kate, it's time to find your best matchup.
Yeah.
Unless you're already committed to going for it on fourth, you've got one more shot.
He has the Carolina touchdown. The Panthers shrinking the lead some in the third. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
On his Little for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Panthers make it an 11-point ball game. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. His return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Packers and Jordan Love set to take over again. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's brought down as the drive starts out with a 4-yard gain.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
They give it to him again. This time they've got him. He can't break another tackle. He will go down behind the line. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
3rd and 7.
Throw here, 3rd down. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's tackled for a short gain. The Packers send out their punting unit. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. He has it at the 13. And he'll scrape together what he can on the return. He gets it back to the 20. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Dumped off to his running back. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1. At the 20.
That play straight ahead. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up 3rd down. A great call in a short yardage situation right there, Brock, and that was exactly the type of front that defense needed to have.
Yeah, I agree with you. I love the X's and O's of it, and then even more, the guys going out there and executing it, pulling the trigger to create that loss.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Finds him on the crossing route. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. A pickup of 17. And that's good for a Panthers first.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Completed over the middle. And they make the tackle at the 38. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
11 more yards. That's another Panthers first down.
Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's the Panthers who have it to start, coming in trailing on the scoreboard. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Throwing it again here. Short pass brought in. And they get this down to the 28. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
The play fake. He'll throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So it's 2nd down coming up. Still sticking with the passing game. McMillan hauls it in. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
That's good.
On the red zone now. Brought in right side. He's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up
Sticking to the air here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Flushed to the ground and then incomplete. It's 3rd
Man in motion here.
and 3 yards.
3rd down from the gun. And they take this in for the score. The Panthers now within 1 score in the 4th.
These touchdowns on the season haven't all looked the same, but boy, has he made a habit of scoring touchdowns on the ground.
So now here come the Panthers. Big moments as they go for 2.
The Panthers.
All right, they're going to throw for it.
Point conversion.
And he is hit well behind the line and goes down. They're not able to make much of anything on that 2-point attempt. So a little pressure alleviated by the touchdown, but plenty still remains. Going to need to manufacture another trip to the end zone as they trail by 5.
This feels a little bit like a golf event to me, Kate, where those golfers will spend a big round not even looking at the scoreboard, not even know where they sit. But then when it gets down to winning time, they do know exactly what they need. And to consider that golf analogy, well, this team now needs a birdie when it matters the most.
Fields this one at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Packers and Jordan Love set to take over again. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this 2nd half. Love with it on 1st down. Hits him on the out route. He pushes it up across the 30 before going out. 5 still to go here. This is 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
Shotgun now for Love.
2nd and 5.
Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
10 at the 47-yard line.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Loves to throw again. Finds the in route complete. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Gain of 15 there. And it'll give the Packers the first.
Packers, first down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Play action. Love. Escapes the pocket. Now here he goes. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Just a yard left to go on second down. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And his short game gets them a new set of downs.
Yeah, I know the temptation is there. If I'm thinking it in the booth, I know that play caller is too. That could have been a chance to be aggressive. Not the case. Go get the first down like they did, and a new set of downs to work with.
And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Love using the legs here. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
And the Packers, first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Love from the gun. And he can't hang on. Touchdown in his arms. But it slips through. Second down coming up.
Brings up second and goal.
They'll try and punch it in.
Because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this...
And he's in for the touchdown. The Packers make it a 2-possession game here in the fourth. Jordan Love, the touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak. All right, Brock, wondering your thought here, because to me it felt like they already had a play picked out to go for it on fourth down if that sneak hadn't worked. Do you agree?
Well, by they, if you mean the guys in the booth on the sideline, sure. But the 11 on the field, that effort just showed you they were not thinking about anything else but pushing it across the line.
36.
The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Return coming from the 6. Keeps away from one. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. The Panther offense headed out to the field. And they just saw that lead stretch out to a 2-score margin now. Really makes this a much-more series late.
And Kate, you know I believe this. You can never play this game in a state of desperation, but a state of urgency got to be at sky high right now.
He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down.
Incomplete. Brings up second and 10.
They work against the blitz. Has him on the quick hitter. This is a nice game. Nearly moves those chains. He's got it up to the 36.
A gain of 10. Brings up third and inches.
Gonna keep this one and go. And he's gonna be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down. New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. He'll pass it this time. Catch made over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 44. Offensive line. This is 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second.
Walking back to throw. He's got it over the middle. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
A gain of 12.
He's going to throw this one.
First down.
On it, and he nearly picked it. Oh, couldn't hang on in the end. The offense got lucky on a risky throw there. It's second down. He's going to throw it again. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass. That was Tannero McMillan he was looking for. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
And 10 yards to go.
He'll air it out on third. Taking a chance to the end zone. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of the football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced. Brock had to try and go for it, but they turned it over on downs.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate said, you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the fourth. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10. It's an option right that begins this drive. Makes the tackle. He surges ahead for 5. Make it 2nd down.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss. 3rd down, they need 7.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
To the air on 3rd and long. He puts him there under this one, right side. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down. So out now comes the punter. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. The Panthers set to take the field. They're coming off a 4th down try that didn't work in their favor. Let's see how that might affect the approach they take this time out. Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Complete over the middle. Has some daylight through the 40. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40.
1st and 10 at the 41.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
The tackle made at the 41-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Offense to the line fast. Back to the well again. Looks like he gained about 3 yards. It's also going to bring up 3rd down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. It's in or no, they dropped another one. Picks dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock. He does force a 4th down.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
He's going to run for it. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Offense up to the line fast.
1st down. A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Panthers.
1st and 10, looking to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Good moving drive, but it could stall out here. We've got 3rd and 4. They look to throw. He's going for it himself. And they take him down right along the 30. Working quickly here.
Panthers, 1st down. A gain of 7. 1st down, Carolina.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. And there's a catch for Luther Burden. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. The dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Gain of 11. That's another Panthers 1st
In the red zone on 1st. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
Complete to number 85. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Green Bay.
10-yard line.
Panthers down by 12. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Now looking to throw. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Panthers now within 1 score in the 4th.
Hey, 3 touchdown games aren't unusual for a quarterback, but we normally see him through the air. This QB's legs have been a problem for this defense today.
On his Little for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Panthers trim the deficit down to 5.
Panthers 33.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Packers ready to run their offense back out there. Their lead still more than a field goal, thankfully, should the worst happen, Brock. But obviously the goal here is to hang on to the ball and try to run this game out.
Yeah, the goal is to get to the best formation in the history of offensive football. The victory formation.
The victory formation.
That is all that you're thinking right now is just make these plays, run out this clock so we can take one more knee and celebrate.
4 yards.
Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Now a give on the counter. Trying to fight free. He can't do so. They've got him behind the line. Now let's see, Brock, if they call their final timeout. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now they're staring at 4th and long. They'll send out the punting unit. And they could really use a good one here. That's taken at the 15. And he spins right by him. And he's out of bounds after some great work on that return. The Carolina offense headed out now. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he'll get it up to the 44.
Complete to number 7. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Setting up to pass. And this one's not going to connect. Knocked away, and that failure to connect, Brock, means it's 3rd down.
Intended for his wideout. Savon Rebel.
Motion man is the tight end. He's going left. To throw. He's got the 1st down grab and still going. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Panthers moving quickly, trying to get set at the line.
First down. A gain of 15. And the
Back to throw.
First down.
Throwing for the back of the end zone. And no one had a shot at that. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
McMillan on the slant. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Panthers moving quickly, trying to get set at the line.
It's a gain of 5.
Now to throw.
3rd and 5.
Complete beyond the marker. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line.
17 yards.
Timeout on their side here as they get set for 1st down. No timeouts remaining either.
1st and 10.
They look to throw it. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So 2nd down now after the incompletion. Sticking to the air here. Complete out to the right. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
And it's 3rd down.
Throwing now. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you've got a great chance to win.
And that play doesn't get it done. We've got a turnover on down. Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 13.
So a historic venue in football sees yet another win as the Packers take this one at Lambeau. And I know it's different for every sport, Brock. So is this the point where we'd say this winning streak is official? Might have something to it. 3 wins in a row now after this latest triumph.
Well, you get to this point, and what happens is you get to that building the next day and everybody feels good. Secretary feels good, chef feels good, kitchen feels good. Everybody's feeling good of stacking these kind of wins in a row.
So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are your winners as we say so long from Green Bay.